Okay guys, in today's video we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, and in particular if we think the price of Bitcoin will reach at least $100,000 in 2021. Now I've previously made a video which went over my cryptocurrency exit strategy for this year. I'll go ahead and leave an eye notification up there if you want to go and check it out. A lot of what I say there will still apply to my current thesis for Bitcoin today. The only thing I would say is if you are going back watching that video, pay attention more to the price targets that I mentioned opposed to when they might actually hit these price targets, because some things have changed in the last couple of months. Okay, so I have CoinMarketCap up here and we're just taking a look at the Bitcoin price currently, and you can see it's about $36,500 right now, and in the last 24 hours it's had a low of about $35,000 and a high of just under $38,000. So kind of trading around that $35,000 to $38,000 range. If we scroll down a bit and have a look at the chart, let's go ahead and look at the last 3 months here, and it will give us a good indication of what we've been like. So you can see here it looks essentially like a bit of consolidation here. We've been trading kind of slightly downward and sideways over the last 3 months. But as the saying goes, if in doubt, zoom out. So if we just zoom out to the last year, for example, you can see that we are most definitely still in an upwards trend. So if we look at last year, July 2020 or June 2020, we can see that Bitcoin was about $9,300. And then today it is at $36,500. So if you had invested 1 year ago, you're still up really nicely. But the reality of the situation is a lot of people probably got in around the high here, which happened around 14th of April, and that was at $64,000, because they probably thought this was only the start of the bull run and it was going to soar up past 100k in the next couple of months. They had a bit of fear missing out and decided to get in there. And unfortunately for them, it looks like it was the top of the market for that month, but I do believe we'll be back and we will see higher levels. Another sad reality with people who bought Bitcoin at this price is that they probably start to panic a bit when they seen it start to go down, and especially at these levels, I'm sure a lot of these people would just be even happy to break even at this stage. So if we do see Bitcoin get up to around that $64,000 level again, I'd imagine a lot of these people will cash out and cut their losses and not look at Bitcoin again. But for me, it comes back to one of my principles, which is you shouldn't invest in anything you don't have a lot of conviction in. And if I was investing here, and even if I did invest at the top of the market so far at 64,000 and it started to drop further, it should be an opportunity for you to add to your positions for a more long-term play. Now I'm sure a lot of people just wanted to get into the cryptocurrency space as a way to make a quick buck, but for me, while I do want to make some money in the short term, it is really about long-term investing. And as I said, any opportunities I can take to add to my position on these kind of consolidation or downward trends, I'm more than happy to take advantage of it. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this tweet here. It's very interesting. It's from Rao Paul over on Twitter. He's a really smart dude and heavily invested in the cryptocurrency space, so he knows what he's talking about. But anyway, if we have a look at this chart here, we can see that we have the 2010 to 2013 Bitcoin price, and overlaid on that is the current Bitcoin price. So that is indicated by this white chart here. So you can see that the charts pretty much have a good correlation here. They're nearly following each other exactly. And an interesting thing to note here is, as you can see, the price of Bitcoin at this level here was about $100. And then it had a massive run up and it reached over $1,000. So pretty much a 10x from there. So from this, what we could expect to see is probably 2 to 3 months sideways trading. And then around the end of August, we may start to see a breakout here and a bit of a leg up. Now, I don't think we'll see something such as a 10x. So if we had a 10x from here, it'd probably be around 360,000. I personally do not think that's going to happen. I know the stock to flow chart that a lot of people on TikTok and BitBoy Crypto and people like that like to reference, that stock to flow model indicates that Bitcoin could reach a high of around $322,000. But for me, I don't see it happening in 2021. Instead, I think we will follow something like this, so we'll have a sideways, maybe even downward trading for the next 2 to 3 months. But then after that, I do see Bitcoin reaching levels in and around $100,000. And again, on a time frame for that, I think it will happen around September, October 2021. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor, and especially when it comes to the cryptocurrency market, nobody knows for sure, but we're just doing what we can with the information we have available. And of course, a bit of optimism thrown in there as well. But again, I do think that Bitcoin is going to be worth a lot more money than it is now, for example, in 3 years' time. I mean, these prices that Bitcoin are trading at right now will be really cheap, in my opinion, compared to what it will look like in 3 to 5 years' time. So of course you can make some money, in fact probably a lot of money in the short term in cryptocurrency, but I'm more of a long-term investor, and even when it comes to cryptocurrency, I like to keep that long-term outlook. Now when it comes to the altcoin market, and especially coins like Ethereum and some of the bigger market cap coins, when I'm looking at price predictions for them, I'm essentially going off what Bitcoin is doing. There's this meme, I'll put it on screen here. Essentially all the altcoins basically act on what Bitcoin does. So for example, if Bitcoin starts to break out, we may see some altcoins break out there as well. But yeah, Bitcoin really does seem to be the market mover here, and whatever Bitcoin does, generally the altcoins will follow. If you want to see what altcoins I'm invested in, I'll have a cryptocurrency portfolio update for the month of June coming in the next couple of days, so make sure you do stay tuned for that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, if you could take a second to scroll down and drop a like on this video, would really appreciate it. And if you're new around here as well, make sure you do subscribe to the channel for lots more content.